Representing, weighing 202 pounds, representing Generation X, he's your Ring of Honor World Champion, Austin Aries.
It is now time for the world title match. You are looking at a clip from Survival of the Fittest back on June 24, 2004, the first time Danielson and Aries collided. Now you're looking at a clip from Testing the Limit on August the 7th, 2004, the 75-minute 2 out of 3 fall match, the crash and burn by Bryan Danielson that turned the tides and gave Aries the victory in his breakout performance. Those were the matches that made Austin Aries a star. Now he has to defend the world title against Bryan Danielson. I can't wait to see the result of this one. Bryan Danielson saying this is the most important match of his ROH career and of his life for that matter.
We get to see the renewal of a rivalry here tonight, and this time it's for the championship.
The code of honor followed. The bell is rung. We are underway. Danielson and Aries for the third time in ROH. World title on the line. What an atmosphere in this building. And we are joined right now by the ROH Pure Champion, Samoa Joe. How is the ribs, Joe? Why don't you give us a scoop?
Jimmy Bauer and Dave Prazak, the champ, is here. And no, I'm not talking about the man you're looking at wrestling in the ring right now. I'm talking about the man you're hearing on the microphone here today. The real champ, the pure champion. Samoa Joe's here. And I will admit to you, Jimmy Bauer and Dave Prazak, my ribs are a little bit banged up. I ran into a little bit of an unfortunate incident when we had a little showdown in Manhattan. But I sure as hell will be back in action as soon as I damn well please. And in fact, I'm looking at this match right now, and I know the fans here in Chicago are greatly disappointed I couldn't be here and wrestle tonight in front of all these fabulous people here in Chicago Ridge. But I guarantee you one thing: next time the real champ comes back to Chicago, waves will be made. Violence will happen, and most definitely the people will be satisfied because Samoa Joe will definitely be back in action next time ROH comes through to Chicago.
Danielson with the advantage early in this one. Joe, what is the update of the ribs? How long do you expect to be out with the injury?
Well, as you all know, I would have competed here any way possible if I could. The doctors came to check me out. Unfortunately, I've separated my ribs. I've torn away the bone from the cartilage, so they said I need to take a couple weeks off. I'm doing the very best I can. I hope to be back in action soon and show these people who the real champ is. And, if there's anything that I am and that I pride myself in being, it's being someone who takes a title, who takes a belt, and makes something out of it. People have been calling the pure title for a joke. Hell, I've been calling the pure title a joke ever since it was created. But now I'm going to take the pure title. I'm going to take the pure championship. I'm going to take the pure wrestling division. I'm going to set it on fire. I'm going to show everybody in the world why I am the greatest champion to ever step foot in a Ring of Honor ring.
Samoa Joe, you certainly elevated the prestige of the ROH World title during your fantastic reign as champion, and you are certainly focused to do the same thing for the pure title. But Austin Aries saying that he's going to take that world title internationally more often. He's able to successfully defend tonight. He's going to Mexico to defend that title tomorrow. He's determined to make his mark for the world title himself.
Dave Prazak, what you don't understand is when you're looking at Austin Aries in the ring right now, you're looking at a man who is known for two things, and one is being a tremendous athlete. I hand it to him. He beat me fair and square in the ring, and he's carrying the world title belt that I built and that I made. But you see, that inherently is the problem. He is carrying around a belt that I have made. He is trying to fill shoes that I have created. And you know what? That's almost an impossible task. Everybody, if you ask anybody around the world who the greatest champ in the Ring of Honor history is, they will tell you one man, and that is me, Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe, thank you very much for joining us here in the broadcast booth. I hope that you enjoy the rest of this show.
Well, Jimmy Bauer, always make it a point to take a look at all the fine athletes here in Ring of Honor. You never quite know how things work out with me, because as much as the doctors say I can't be in that ring, Jimmy Bauer, just like you always like to say in Ring of Honor, anything can happen.
And there goes the pure champion, Samoa Joe. He's obviously keeping an eye on this match.
Austin Aries holding on to the wrist lock on Danielson. A feeling out process to start things off. We got a 60-minute time limit on this encounter. Goes for the drop kick, but Aries saw it coming, moved out of the way. They know each other so well.
Well, I mean, these two could easily go to the 60-minute distance tonight. We've saw him wrestle for 75 minutes. We've seen Bryan Danielson split open the chin of Austin Aries back at Survival of the Fittest. These two have really had some epic battles. No hatred involved in those battles, just a pure wrestling rivalry and great wrestling.
Trying to send him off, but holding on to that headlock.
Well,
Keeping him in the middle of the ring.
He used the beard to hold on to that headlock. Not a lot of pure wrestling involved with that.
Takes him over with the headlock, now holding onto it. Rolls Aries over for a near fall.
Bryan Danielson, of course, coming off that Feud of the Year candidate against Homicide, winning the brutal steel cage match last night. You know that he has to be sore going into this match tonight. Austin Aries, on the other hand, had a really tough match. Once again, using the beard, that's going to be illegal. But Austin Aries coming off a really tough match against James Gibson last night, barely defeating Gibson to retain the world title. So you know Austin Aries has to be banged up and bruised up entering this contest as well.
Yeah, neither man 100%. But they're going to give it all they got here. With the world title on the line. Again, side headlock takeover, and Aries keeping control of the matchup as the champion. That's exactly what he's got to do.
Austin Aries really taking on a really tough schedule as world champion, not backing down from anyone, taking the belt to different territories across the United States and defending it against the top talent from every region, taking the belt to Europe as he still holds on to that headlock. No, Danielson, leg scissors out of it.
Headstands out of it and into the drop kick right to the mud.
As I was saying, Aries has taken the belt to Europe. He's defended it here in ROH against James Gibson on 2 occasions. Last night at the final showdown, of course, stalemate. 2 classics there. A really tough and great match against Homicide at Best of American Super Juniors tournament. That steel cage match to kick off the 3rd anniversary celebration against Colt Cabana, where he sacrificed his own body to retain the title. And ROH officials are actually concerned that Austin Aries might be taking on too tough of a schedule.
Well, he's a very determined wrestler to sort of work his way out of the shadow of Samoa Joe. As soon as he won that belt, a lot of critics said that there's no way that his title reign can live up to just what Samoa Joe did to elevate the prestige of the ROH World title. And Aries is determined, he's focused to defend that title more frequently, in more places, against more competitors than Joe did to truly make his own mark in the history books when you remember back to the reign of Austin Aries.
Well, he's really done just that, as if you put the first few months of Austin Aries' title reign up against the first few months of Samoa Joe's title reign, Aries has the advantage. But it'll be seen if Austin Aries can last 21 months the way Samoa Joe can. And if you're wrestling James Gibson, Bryan Danielson, and then traveling to Mexico to take on Super Crazy and Ricky Marvin in the same weekend, I mean, that's almost too tough of a schedule. First, though, Austin Aries has to get past Danielson here.
Japanese stranglehold applied on Aries. He's got the legs tied up down on the mat as well. Senior official Todd Sinclair checking on his condition as now the knees into the back, stretching out that back, cutting off the oxygen with the stranglehold right here.
Danielson, of course, one of the men that made Ring of Honor, one of the founding fathers of Ring of Honor. The 3-way versus Christopher Daniels and Loki on the very first show. Defeating Loki on the second show, Round Robin Challenge. The Paul London Epic Encounter. The Austin Aries matches. The Jushin Liger matches at Weekend of Thunder. The list goes on and on and on. AJ Styles at Main Event Spectacles. Bryan Danielson built ROH, but Danielson has stated that really doesn't mean anything because he has not held the ROH World title.
It would certainly make his ROH run complete to hold what is the top prize in this company. Of course, Samoa Joe takes issue with a statement such as that, as he is determined, much like Aries is with the world title, to make his reign with the pure title stand out.
Big European uppercut there by Danielson. He's got the champion down. Body slam.
Danielson stomping away around the body of Aries. Hits the ropes. Back and forth. Wow. Is there an earthquake? I'm feeling some tremors here. Cover. Can't put him away. Busting out new offense. Always the innovator, Bryan Danielson. Keeping him grounded in the center of the ring, looking to wear the champion down.
Bryan Danielson winning the feud against Homicide after using the longest airplane spin in wrestling history last night. Danielson has really perfected that airplane spin, and look at that stretch.
The modification of the stretch plumb from this position. Aries trying to fight his way out of it. Not giving it up. Turns it into a cover. Puts the shoulders down for 2.
All it takes is 3 seconds. We saw that in Homicide versus Doug Williams earlier tonight.
Just measures him for a chop in the corner. Aries struggles back to his feet.
Danielson looking good so far in this one. He is definitely determined to become the next ROH World Champion.
It's been an excellent weekend for Danielson thus far. Winning that series against Homicide last night inside the cage. It would be great to see him walk away with the title around his waist. Aries set to the buckle hard and he tumbles down.
I would definitely be proud to call Bryan Danielson ROH World Champion. As great of a job as Austin Aries has done, Bryan Danielson is the best in the world going right now, and he would make a great world champion.
Pulling Aries out of the corner into the center of the ring, scoops him up, and Aries staying on his feet, kicks away at the midsection.
And there's the turning point of the match here.
He just dumped him to the floor after doing damage to the leg. Connects with the dive, and Aries gains command.
Similar to testing the limit when Danielson missed that tope and went crashing to the floor. That was the turning point of that match. Aries, though, this time making his own opportunity, dumping Danielson over the top, and now connecting with a couple of big kicks.
And now just boot right across the throat.
Of course, no countouts in ROH. If you're out there for too long, the ref can disqualify you. They'd have to be out there for an eternity, though, for Todd Sinclair to end this match.
And he's got that beard again.
Definitely using Danielson's beard against him in this match.
Well, maybe you should shave. You know, people that complain of a hair pull, maybe you should cut your hair. Pull your beard, maybe Danielson. Well, it's a point to be made. Aries sort of talking some trash here. What, is he thinking about giving him the airplane spin? Aries is going to use Danielson's own move against him?
It looks that way.
We saw Danielson rotate the most times I've ever seen last night.
Aries, though, turning that around, coming down hard on the arm of Bryan Danielson. Look at Danielson clutching that arm in pain.
Backing himself toward the ropes and into the corner. Sinclair checking on his condition.
Danielson definitely needing some time there.
Picks him up. Bending that arm around the ring ropes.
Austin Aries was very effective last night in working on the arm of James Gibson.
Big running knee strike with the arm tied up around the rope. Doing more damage.
Will Austin Aries be going to Mexico as ROH World Champion?
Hammerlock applied. And drives the body of Danielson down across his own arm. Grabs hold of that limb once again. Danielson trying to fight away from it.
Danielson definitely protected that limb like a wounded animal. Almost giving up his head to Austin Aries there to protect the arm.
Aries now, again, arm trapped behind the back. Slams him down on his arm.
Austin Aries neutralized the choke, the front guillotine choke of James Gibson last night by working on the arm of Gibson. Perhaps he's trying to injure Danielson's arm to the point where Danielson couldn't use cattle mutilation.
Wise strategy on the part of the champ. Going for that slam once again. This time Danielson staying on his feet. And it looks like he's going for cattle mutilation. He does have that bad arm. Can he hold this? Can he hold it for very long? No. Aries right back to work. Driving the knee down across that arm. Holding onto the wrist lock. Power drive elbow down into the arm. But only gets 2.
Very precision offense there from Austin Aries. Let's see what he's setting up for here.
As much as people credit Bryan Danielson for being one of the best technicians in the game today, Austin Aries has been with him every step of the way in their matches thus far.
Look at the bridge there for extra leverage.
Rolls back and snaps forward once again with that bridge. See the pain on the face of the challenger. This time Aries maybe looking for cattle mutilation himself.
Aries used this testing to limit in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Yes.
No, Danielson rolls forward. Not allowing himself to be trapped in the hole. Going for it again. Again Danielson rolls his body to the side. Successfully able to counter out of his own trademark hold. Breaks it and connects with the kick upside the head.
A desperation enziguri from Danielson, buying himself some time there.
Really needs to shake out that arm. He's got Aries stunned. Aries back to his feet. Connects with the boot. Aries charges in once again. And a second boot right to the face. And Aries driven into the turnbuckle. Now Danielson kicking away at the chest. He's got Aries now in the corner. And an extra burst of energy from the challenger.
This crowd wants a title change. They want to see history.
And Danielson really wants that belt. He wants to represent ROH as the very best in the company. Driving the arm of Aries now over the shoulder. A little payback for the offense that Aries has dished out to the arm of Danielson thus far.
Danielson definitely turning the tables on Austin Aries.
Butterflying those arms. Butterfly suplex into a bridge.
Dave, the way that this match is going, I'm going to make a prediction. This is going to go into a 60-minute draw tonight.
Well, these two know what it's like to go a lengthy period of time. And the fans almost come to expect it, much like Samoa Joe and CM Punk in their series.
You want to insult me, Aries? You want to insult me?
Cover!
Danielson being so aggressive. That's exactly what he's got to do.
Well, that's what we saw come out of Bryan Danielson in the Homicide feud. That aggression, that brutality coming out of Bryan Danielson for the first time against Homicide. Now using it against Austin Aries. Notice how Aries on that pinfall attempt, grabbing the ropes, great ring presence. He always knows where those ropes are. He always knows where he is in that ring. That's why he's world champion.
Aries set into the corner, up and over he goes. Rolls to the opposite side of the ring. Off the second with the elbow.
There's that explosive offense from the wrestling machine, Austin Aries. So much force, so much velocity behind what he does.
Lining up the chest of Danielson in the corner with open hand and chops across the chest. Sends Danielson into the ropes. The power slam gets him an ear fall. Looking to go up top. Diving headbutt connects. Cover. Now he gets his shoulder up.
Bryan Danielson signaling for the airplane spin. Do you think you could possibly get Austin Aries around more times than he did Homicide last night?
I don't think we're ever going to see any human being rotate that many times ever again. I feel very safe in making that prediction.
Here it comes.
But he's going to try for it. No, sunset flip by Aries. Back and forth they go. As the momentum goes back and forth. Waistlock by Aries. Going for the O'Connor roll. Only two. And out to the floor. Aries gets set.
What's Danielson doing?
Baseball slide drop kick. Saves himself from going into the steel barricade there. The diving European uppercut off the apron to the floor from Danielson has him back in control of the match.
That could split open Austin Aries' chin again, just like we thought survival of the fittest.
Kicking away at that chest right in front of these great fans here in Chicago. Seeing some of the hard-hitting action up close. That kick right to the side of the face of Aries, and he tumbles into the chair.
Danielson's so aggressive. You can tell he wants this title more than anything.
Brings the action back inside the ring. That's exactly what he's got to do if he wants that title.
Look at him, just plotting his next move, planning it out.
Places Aries up top. Dishes out a chop across the chest of the champion. Danielson now to the second row. Maybe looking for the superplex. Danielson climbing all the way up top. Aries trying to fight his way out of this. Shots to the rib cage. And down across the back with forearms. Aries very determined to fight his way out of this position. Headbutt knocks Danielson down.
He's going to be going for the 450.
He saw that Danielson was moving, sort of put on the brakes. And connects with a running drop kick in the corner.
Danielson stunned. Can Aries follow up though?
Connects with a second.
Cover.
Very, very close right there.
Todd Sinclair right on top of the action, doing a great job officiating.
Aries may be looking for the brainbuster here.
Aries loves to use the brainbuster and 450 combo. They kick to the head, the crucifix bomb.
See if he can get him up for it. Danielson with a knee strike to the side of the head of Aries. More forearms across the back. Aries is determined to get this brainbuster on Danielson. No, stays on his feet. Belly to back suplex position into the atomic drop.
Very effectively done by Danielson.
Now placing Aries up top. Danielson may be looking for that back suplex off the top. Can he get it?
He's letting Aries think about it. Cover! Counter mutilation! He's got it cinched!
Refusing to give it up in the counter mutilation. Danielson rolls the shoulders to the mat, trying to get the pinfall, but Aries able to kick out. Danielson needs to follow up.
He's calling for the airplane spin.
This earned him the victory inside the cage last night in Dayton. Around and round he goes.
Could we see 150 rotations tonight?
Well, all the equilibrium taken away from Aries, but he's able to drive Danielson down, and he connects with a solid forearm strike. Maybe looking for the brain buster. Aries gets him up. Right on his head.
Oh, you know that he's going to be going for the 450. This is the combination that always works for him. He beat Alex Shelley with this. He beat Samoa Joe with this.